Hi, I'm Douglas Burdett, host of the Marketing Book Podcast, and I'd like to tell you about the 6th edition of the New Rules of Marketing and PR, how to use social media, online video, mobile applications, blogs, news releases, and viral marketing to reach buyers directly by David Meerman Scott. Looking back 10 years ago, something very significant happened in 2007. And no, I'm not talking about the introduction of the Apple iPhone. I'm talking about the first edition of the New Rules of Marketing and PR. Now let's go a little further back. Throughout the ages, man believed that the universe rotated around the Earth. So about 500 years ago, Copernicus began the Copernican Revolution by proving that the Earth actually rotated around the Sun instead of the opposite, which was commonly assumed and understood. Copernicus got a lot of pushback and spent the rest of his long life explaining what was considered a very controversial, sometimes blasphemous idea that was imminently evident and provable. Now, in a similar way, the New Rules of Marketing and PR set out to show how the popular beliefs of marketing and PR were no longer correct. The book has always explained that there are, and have always been, 3 ways to get a buyer's attention. 1, you can buy attention with advertising such as television commercials, magazines, newspaper ads, the yellow pages, billboards, trade show floor space, direct mail lists, and so forth. 2, you can beg for attention from the editorial gatekeepers like radio and TV stations, magazines, newspapers, and trade journals. 3, you can have a team of salespeople bug for attention, one person at a time, by knocking on doors, calling people on the telephone, sending personal emails, or waiting for individuals to walk into your showroom. But now, in this new era where you can speak directly to your buyers, you can earn attention online by using the ideas in the New Rules of Marketing and PR by creating something interesting and publishing it online for free, such as a YouTube video, blog, research report, series of photos, a Twitter stream, your ebook, Facebook fan page, or even a piece of web content. 10 years later, this is still controversial stuff to many organizations, but it has been proven to work. In fact, it's more effective than the other 3 approaches of buying, begging, or bugging for attention, which you can still do. Now, I love reading marketing and sales books. I've read hundreds of them, but there are 2 books that, looking back, have had the biggest impact on my working life. 2 books that are milestones in my career journey. The first was Ogilvy on Advertising by David Ogilvy. In the 1980s, after 3 years in the U.S. Army overseas, I returned stateside and went back to school to study business. When considering different careers, I asked a professor who had worked in advertising for a book recommendation so I could learn more about advertising. She gave me a copy of Ogilvy on Advertising, which I read and decided immediately that I wanted a career in advertising. I then worked at big Madison Avenue ad agencies for the first 10 years of my career and later started my own advertising agency. But after about 25 years in advertising, I started to notice that the TV industrial complex was losing its gravitational pull. No longer was paid advertising the center of the universe when it came to attracting the attention of buyers. I mean, what the heck? People were starting to do their own buying research online instead of asking a salesperson. And to add insult to injury, technology was making it easier for people to avoid unwanted interruptive marketing messages. I learned just how horrifying change can be. It was as if the earth was shifting beneath where I stood. I started to feel like I was turning into a marketing dinosaur headed for extinction. I went through the classic 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. That's when I read the New Rules of Marketing and PR. It helped me understand the fundamental changes occurring in how people obtain information and make buying decisions. It was as if the clouds parted, the sun came through, and everything made sense. But even more importantly, it helped me chart a new course for my business and career. And I'm not the only one. The New Rules of Marketing and PR has become an international bestseller over the last 10 years. It's been translated into 29 languages from Albanian to Vietnamese and is used as a text in hundreds of universities and business schools worldwide. I'm often asked for a book recommendation to help people better understand the new world of modern marketing. I always recommend the latest edition of the New Rules of Marketing and PR. And to listen to an interview with David Meerman Scott about the 6th edition of the New Rules of Marketing and PR, visit marketingbookpodcast.com.